Sawadee Cup, Sabadi Mai. What's Dean doing in Thailand? Hi, I'd like to talk about buying land in Thailand. It's not so simple to do. Well, it is. You can buy land and it will probably cost you 3 times as much as what it should do if you are involved. Or you could do what I did, and that's get a family member involved and buy land that way. So they've gone and checked out the land. They've checked out the shanot, which is the title deeds of the land, which states whether it's farmland and it can be built on. Because there is some land where you can't build on it, it has to be used for farmland. And there's different types of title deeds as well. Some that have not been measured out and up, and they are cheaper, but they can be more troublesome. And also you might find out that the land don't actually belong to the person that you're buying it off of. They might have gambled it away, and you've got land that really they're not entitled to sell to you. So does the land belong to you? No, it doesn't belong to you at all. You might have, spent out on the land all your hard-earned money, and you have no entitlement to it whatsoever. You might be married to a Thai person and still not entitled to it. If you're married to a Thai person, in theory you can buy land, but you sign your rights away to the land anyway, so in a sense it's pointless. So if you are buying land, then is a write-off really. So just bear that in mind, that if it goes to the courts, you'll find that you'll get nothing back. There's different things that you can do. You can get the land leased out for 30 years, or revolving 30 years, where it's leased for 30 years to you. So you can live on that land for 30 years, and when that 30 years is up, you can renew it for another 30 years. That's one way of doing it. Also, you can build on the land because it's leased out to you. So I don't know what your life expectancy is, but the chances are that you're going to be dead by the time you've gone to the second 30 years anyway. But that's not nice, is it? But anyway, there's lots of different kinds of lands. There's lands that is meant for farming, so you can't build on it. There's other land that hasn't been marked out by the government, and there might even be land that they're not even entitled to sell, where they've been living on it for a number of years, but so they're sort of like got an entitlement to it. But the government could come along in any time and just move the people away because they need to use it for something else. So it can be a bit complicated, and you need to make sure that you've got the right the title deeds for the land. So what I've done, I've got a family member to buy land for me, and we had it for about 2 years. We put earth on the land. We have to let the land settle and then build on it, build a small house on it, which is fine. I can extend it, and when I go back I probably will extend it, and it's fine. But do you know what? I don't need a big house. I don't like the idea of being in one place. Thailand is quite cheap, and it's so cheap to rent. You can rent a lovely house in different parts of Thailand. So why would you want to be fixed in one place? It's good to have a base that you can go back to, and you can travel Thailand. So basically the story is that if you do buy land in Thailand, the chances are you haven't got any entitlement to it. If you break up with your Thai wife, then you've probably got no rights to it at all. So my advice is, yes, you can buy it, but you probably got no rights to it. So buyer beware. Renting is a very good option. But if you got married to the Thai wife, they're probably not too happy the fact that they're going to be renting, because sooner or later you're going to die and then they get left with nothing. So they always want a house, that place to live, somewhere there they can call their own. Some people take advantage of this and they break up in a relationship, and the person has to walk away, and the Thai wife ends up with the house and the land, and they're okay, they can just carry on, and the poor Farang ends up with not much. So as I said, buyer beware. You can buy condos, you're entitled to buy condos. Some parts of like northern Thailand and that, they haven't sort of like got condos, so where I come from is quite a small village, so they don't have anything like that. So that's why we bought land and built a house, which was really cheap, really, to be honest with you. The building is quite cheap. So there's other ways to doing it. I've been told you can set up a company and you can buy it in the company's name, but there can also be some difficulties there. So again, look into it a bit further. You can take legal advice, but I'm a little bit skeptical with the legal advice, because they always seem to favour the Thai person when it comes to that. I don't think anything is in favour of the Farang, the foreigner in Thailand. But Thailand is a wonderful place, fantastic place. The cost of living is so cheap. Land is relatively cheap, and building a house is very cheap, as long as you're not much involved with it. If you're on the scene, the prices can go up. I'm very happy with the land that I've got. I'm very happy with the house that I've got. I do want to extend it later on, just a little bit, but I'm happy with it. So that's a little bit about buying land. I hope you found it a bit interesting, and it might have helped you in some way. So take care. See you soon. Don't forget to subscribe and like. Okay, thank you very much. See you again. Bye.